Hi guys, today I'm in a very funny plant. If none of you has ever seen this is a plant. As much as you're seeing a tire, as much as you're seeing what is this thing called?
Concrete pole.
Concrete pole. And now you're seeing something that looks like a semi-arid plant. There is something in this world that is called pitaya. Pitaya is the scientific name for dragon fruit. Dragon fruit is a very interesting fruit that was first discovered in China. And Chinese used to give this to their royal family because it is a very precious fruit. It is so rich in nutrients, and at the end of the day, it is so expensive. It is so expensive because for this plant to fruit, it will take you a while. Even look at the investment that you put on this plant. For a kg of this plant, some retails are going up to 1,300 per kg. Others are going for 900 if you get it from the farm. But it's a very nutritious plant. We have two types of pitayas or dragon fruit. We have three types, but on this farm we have done two. We have the red one and we have the black one. We'll show you the difference. The red one, as you can see the spikes, the way they are aligned, it is so close together. But for the white one, they are a bit far. Then the red one, you can see some reddishness. You can see this reddish on this plant. This is not that it is dying. This is the color of the fruit. Then the second type is the white one. I will show you how the white one is. You can see the difference between this and the other one. The other one, it was so spiky and it was so close together. This one is so far, and you're seeing this one is also green. The stem is much greener than the red one. So when this one brings out the fruit, the pulp part of the fruit will be white, and that other one, the pulp part will be red. It will depend on how you feed your dragon on the tastiness of that fruit. So when you give it a lot of nutrition, then the tastier it is when it begins to flower. But when you give it a lot of water, this plant is a desert plant. So you see, we are in the region where it's so rainy. You can see the rustiness that we have. This one comes from too much watering. So you can find one, okay, let me show you. You can find one like this one, which was highly affected by the rust because of the water. You know, when you are planting, we put a lot of soil on the stem, so it became too wet. That is a mistake you don't want to do. That's why it got this rust. But I will also give you a secret for this thing. This thing is anchored by a root which is so thin. So when you see it like this, what you do, you can cut it off. What you do, you can cut off the flesh which has the rust. So this is still feeding the mother plant. And you see, as much as this part had rusted, when we cut this off, the plant is doing well. In fact, it has given birth. Then there's another thing about this plant. You will see that it's giving birth to a new shoot every day. There are some that usually come from the side. Let me show you this one. You see, on this one, you have this one come from the side, this one coming from the side. What you want is to align this to go up and be able to drop from these tiles. But when you see these other ones coming from the side, they are competing for food from the mother plant. So what is advised, you cut off this part and you cut off this part. You just maintain one line of growth. Then this, you just put it on the soil, it will grow up. Though it will take a while because it's still young, but it will grow. Within 2 years, you'll be able to have another plant like this one. And the reason now why we did the concrete poles instead of the normal round pole, this is a plant that takes up to 50 years. So when you do the normal poles, it is prone to being eaten up by the termites and also rotting. So it is advisable that you do concrete poles so that you can be able to have this plant for more than 50 years. Also below it, though we have also not done weeding, just know that you can do cover. Dragon fruit is a very new fruit in Kenya, and there are less than, I cannot put them into numbers, but there are very few farmers that are doing dragon fruit. And we are trying to make it revolutionize like the apple fruit, like the way it is so prominent in Kenya. So you can join also the dragon fruit farmers. We have a group where all the farmers share ideas and our challenges, because it's a new plant from overseas. We are also learning. I wanted to show you something. This is how it will grow. So you see this one has sprouted above the tire. It will come until it drops off. By the time it reaches a level like this, then you'll be able to see the fruits coming out. But it is also prone to so many attacks. You see, like this one, you have these ants. Yes, they are really enjoying the eating, and when they eat, they destroy the plant like this. So that's why I said, when you have pesticides, if you're doing organic farming, don't do pesticides from the agrovet. You can use the
oil,
the sungura, the urine of the rabbits, or the water from the pond, that one which is dirty, to spray out. You can also pour oil on where you get the mother hole of this, so that you discourage this. But anyway, at the end of the day, this is a plant that can survive any attack. As you have seen, all these plants have really been attacked when they shifted to this farm, but we have been able to learn from it, and we have been able also to prevent it from more.
And how did you come to learn about the dragon?
I'll give you that story, but I wanted to show you something. You see these ones, huh? These ones, we had cut them and we have propagated them on the soil. So you see, like this one, it has already started to grow. So when you see a shoot coming, as long as it has now gotten a stability, you cut it off and you plant. This one becomes a new mother plant. The origin of dragon fruit for this land, I think I got to the end of the world when it comes to Kenya. We went all the way to Meru, and we met a farmer called Mugambi. He was a very good man. He took us around his farm. He has over 40 acres of land, which is dragon fruit. One thing that I've come to realize as a young farmer, before you get into anything, visit the farmers, those ones who have done this. Let them give you the challenges. Then after you have learned about the challenges, come now implement. Also implement in phases. We could have implemented all this land as dragon fruit, but we said no. Let us now find the challenges for Western Kenya, so that by the time we are implementing it at large scale, we have the challenges that is affecting Western Kenya. So that is a little about dragon fruit. It has a long history. You cannot be able to cover it in one clip, but technically also on the ground, as I had already told you, you should be able to plant some cover crop. You see, like this one is managu. We are planting here. We have not done weeding here, but also instead of leaving the land to be wasted, you can plant. This is one of the shoots which we had cut. I think because of the heavy rains, it came out of the soil. So we'll just get it back to the soil. This thing, if you can just see, it has already developed roots. So it is a very good plant, and the fruit has so much nutritional value. We'll do a clip on the nutritional value of this fruit, so that you can be able also to start this as one of your integrated farm. You have seen this. This is our manure, compost manure, not compost manure. This is from mbuzi. We usually mix it with the weeds that we do. We dry them, then we turn it until they have dried up, then we put them on the farm. So when we talk about organic farm, this is what we mean. Everything is natural.